The next one that we found that was super important was that we process emotions in an effective way or a healthy way.
Or that we practice doing that as much as we can.
Yes, practice doing that. Because, and again, that's a skill, that's a muscle. Just like you go to the gym to build a bicep muscle, like there are emotional or spiritual muscles that we need to build in order to have a healthy, supportive relationship.
Yeah.
And we are all, as humans, going to have powerful emotions, but it is really learning that emotions are just indicators. You know, they are alarm systems. If I'm feeling the emotion of like stress or overwhelm or frustration or whatever I'm going through, to really learn how to process those emotions in a healthy way and an effective way. And to, again, coming back to like, you are in charge of you. To never fall into the trap to think that like someone else is in charge of managing your emotions.
Yeah.
Like it is your job to take care of yourself and to really learn how to breathe into those emotions and to ask really powerful questions. You know, Emilio actually taught me this, that like if I'm feeling any sort of emotion, whether it's happy, overwhelmed, stress, joy, peace, you know, I'll just give an example. Like if I'm super anxious, right, about something, and I've told him, I'm like, babe, I'm feeling super anxious right now. He's like, okay, well, breathe into it. Welcome it to the party, you know, say like, okay, anxiety, I feel you. I'm glad you're here. You know, what are you trying to teach me?
Yeah.
And really sitting with that for a while, closing your eyes, taking some deep breaths. And when you really flip emotions on their head, right, they lose the power of control over you because they're not meant to control you. They're meant to give you an alarm system, right?
Yeah,
like
it's just data.
Yeah, it's just data. Your body's constantly trying to talk to you of like, hey, that might mean like I'm stressed out because I need more sleep. Or like I'm feeling anxious because I need to go have this difficult conversation and I'm gonna keep having these feelings until I do it, right? And like there's always a lesson to be learned from any sort of emotion that's coming up. And it's really like, even in this moment, stop this video, grab a pen and paper and check in with yourself. What are you feeling on a regular basis? What emotions are you feeling on a regular basis? And then ask those emotions like, okay, anxiety, welcome it, right? I'm glad you're here. What are you trying to teach me?
Yeah. And this is super important because as a society, we've learned to not talk about our emotions, not feel our emotions. Emotions are bad. They're good and bad. No, like thinking makes it so. What's important to note here is that, you know, we live in shadows a lot of the times, myself included, all of us at times, and shadows, by the way, are the things we hide, suppress, or deny about ourselves. A lot of times it's working in the background, the subconscious, which is a shadow, right? And the moment that, when you do that, it's like holding a beach ball underwater your entire day, entire week, entire month, and it builds and builds and builds, and you wonder why you're stuck. You wonder why you're energetically stuck and you can't move forward. You don't feel free. You don't feel vibrant or alive. It's because you're holding all these beach balls under the water.
And or carrying a bunch of weights on top of you. Like,
I mean, after another. And so the moment that you can just feel them, like, okay, I feel a lot of guilt and shame. Don't run away from it. Don't try to distract yourself. Don't go to the gym as well, but sometimes it can become an obsession. Same thing with working too much. Same thing with like drugs and alcohol or sex or whatever it may be. Like, feel whatever it is that your body's feeling. Like, I won't go in again into what Rachel said, but it's true. Just feel it. Because guess what happens? Like you said, and I'm gonna reiterate it because it's important. The moment, if you suppress, deny, and distract, it has power over you. The moment you say, hey, welcome to the party, you've taken control, and you got your power back. And when that happens, you'll be surprised as to what happens. It dissipates, goes away. This too shall pass. So like Rachel said, pause this video. If you're feeling something, if something's going on in your life right now, take a moment, breathe, smile.
And ask, what can you learn from that? And that's a tool for your toolbox, right? That you can have for the rest of your life. Just know that anytime you're feeling any sort of powerful emotion, even joyful, happy feelings, super important. Check in with those emotions because that also helps you get really present with yourself and create that more loving, supportive relationship with you, which is ultimately the most important relationship you'll ever have. And just always remember that. Emotions are indicators. They are alarm systems. They are trying to tell you something. As soon as you acknowledge them, welcome them, feel them, and then ask them powerful questions, they will no longer have control over you and you will actually learn and you will move forward.